What up? What up? What up? What up? What's up? What's up with everybody? What's going on? Let me know if y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. What's going on, people? What's going on, my people? What's up, Nikki? What's up, Ashley? Can y'all hear me good? Can y'all hear good? Okay. Man, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's good to be on here. Good to be on here right now. It feels good to be on here right now. It's been a while. How y'all been doing? How everybody been? Hopefully everybody been doing okay. Hopefully everybody been doing fine. Hopefully everybody's family's been well. You know, it feels good to be coming back on here, you know, in good spirit. Man, I tell y'all something. You know what? I'm gonna say this before I get into what I'm finna talk about. Y'all, it feels so good when you can talk about something and you can talk about it with conviction. Like you could talk about it like when you talk about it from a standpoint like you know what you're talking about. You know? So especially when it comes to this R. Kelly case, man, a lot of times, when it comes to talking to people, people they talk about the media. They only talk about what the media say. They only talk about what the media say. So lately, I've been on a transcript rant. Like people come to me, they talk about R. Kelly did this, R. Kelly did this. I mean, this is like from like family members. He did this, he did that. I say, did you read the transcripts? But he did this, he did. Did you read the transcripts? He did this, he did that. Did you read the transcripts? Oh, okay. Cause I can send you copies of the transcript that shows what these people that y'all are defending aren't these type of innocent people that y'all say that y'all think they are. You know what I'm saying? But then again, I look at our culture as our culture, the brown skin, black culture, as they want to be labeled as the black culture. Why only when it comes to R. Kelly, the black culture relies so heavily on the media, but when it comes to uh, police is killing unarmed black teenagers and things of that nature, the black culture doesn't support the media at all. See, y'all don't have a problem with that. I thought about that. That's something I sat back and I thought about. I say, wow, I've never seen black people support the media so much. When it's an unarmed black kid getting killed, or it's a unarmed woman getting killed, or any other these type of injustice, black people are outraged with the media. They hate the media. The media is lying. All this lying is going on. All this. But when it comes to R. Kelly, they repeat every fucking thing the media got to say. I thought about that. I say, when did black people rely so heavily on the media? When did that become a thing? I'm trying to understand, when did that become a thing in our culture? Shit, used to be the only thing we believed on TV was the Weather Channel. Now we can't even believe the Weather Channel. The weather may say it's raining today, goddamn, it's 1,000 degrees outside. you know. But all of a sudden, since it's R. Kelly, the black culture believes everything that the media says. I don't get that. Like, that's an issue with me. That's an issue with me. That's an issue with me. You know, right, Nikki? Right, Nikki? Man, look, this a lot of this stuff that I look at in a way that I look at everything that's going on and everything that's transpiring with this whole case. You really have to be thoughtful of a lot of things, and that's why I was able to sit back and think about something. I had to really sit back and reflect on so much stuff that has transpired in our community and our culture, and our people never supported it. Our people have never supported the media. Our people have never supported the media until now. They support the media so much that they rely on what the media said, and they run with what the media said to tear this man down. Make it make sense. When did we ever rely on the media to be our source? V White say they don't see they're doing a different type of murder. It got to be directly in their face. If they would have hung him from a tree, they could see that. Right, and they would be pissed off at the media for showing it. Why would y'all show them doing that to R. Kelly? They wrong for that. They wrong for this. But just give me a second. We finna get off into this thing. y'all for waiting. Can y'all still hear me? Thank y'all for holding. Thank y'all for holding. Can y'all still hear me? Okay. Um, let's see. Yeah, Boosie got arrested. He got pulled over. And I was listening to the guy. Let me see. I probably can go to it. I'm on my phone, so I can't play the full. I can't play the video, but I can play like the audio. Oh, he got to popping his shit to the police. You know, he got to popping his shit to the police because the man say he's fed up. The man say he's fed up with getting pulled over every day. You know, every week he get pulled over by the off. He's being pulled over every week. You know, and I heard a guy doing a commentary. I want to go to his commentary that he was doing of Lil Boosie being pulled over. This guy gonna say all this old crazy shit. Now we know celebrities, right? I'm gonna tell y'all this is how black people. Now, if you're a celebrity, right, or you're a celebrity, or you have let's see. Okay, so you're a celebrity. Why is it a crime for you to have a car with tinted windows, right? If you're black now, we gotta think about that. If you're a black celebrity, you should have a car that's visible to see through. Your license plate should be visible. You know, everything has to be correct on your vehicle. But if you are a Caucasian celebrity, you can have your windows as dark as you want to, private tags, whatever the situation, because you're trying to ride, low key. That's the point of ride. That's the point of riding low key. You're a celebrity, just like they don't allow these celebrities to go in the mall. If these celebrities want to go to the mall, they got to call ahead of time to get security. They got to shop when the malls are closed, depending on what mall they're trying to go to. They just can't operate in the public just like a regular person as much as they want to. They have to protect themselves. And look at these celebrities that are being killed. You know, people are killing celebrities, especially rappers are being killed every day, just on humbug shit. So if I'm a celebrity that's a major superstar, I'm going to ride around in a vehicle with my windows tinted too. I want to have private license plates too. Because you never know who's out here riding on the side of your car. You don't know who's following you. You don't know who these people may be. When you are a celebrity, you pretty much give up a regular lifestyle. You no longer can live a regular lifestyle. Bad as you want to. I don't care who you are. You can be the toughest rapper. You can be the toughest actor. You can be the toughest motherfucker in the world. But once you become a target, and becoming a target, as in once you become a superstar, a celebrity, that makes you a target. That makes you a target. So we're gonna listen to some of this commentary this guy was saying about Lil Boosie. Oh, he shouldn't have been riding in a car with the windows black. He shouldn't have been doing this. He shouldn't have been doing that. Like, motherfucker, who is you to tell a motherfucker what they should be doing and what they shouldn't be doing? These niggas to get on my fucking nerve. You don't step to the back. You can have a seat if you want to stand up. You can. All right, bring marijuana in that car, man. Yeah, I was smoking the blunt. Oh, you're good. I got you. As long as you're honest with me, I'm honest with you. Okay. I can't keep going through this, though, bro. Like I you gotta hold the bro. I can't, bro. I can't, bro. I don't do no wrong. I don't do shit, bro. Hold on, I'm trying to get to it, y'all. Cool Figure TV.
It look like them people, they own Boosie, man. They ain't gonna stop y'all. Remember what Suge Knight said? If they can't take the money, they'll take you out.
This the guy here.
Welcome back to the channel once again, fam. Per TMZ, Boosie ended up in handcuffs during a Georgia traffic stop, which threw him into a rage, literally. And naturally, we've got the footage of the incident. According to police, Boosie was the passenger in a black Cadillac SUV on Wednesday morning with a 19-year-old man named Deshaun Lawrence when they got pulled over for heavy window tint and concealed tags. Slight note, maybe if you don't want to attract attention, you shouldn't have too dark a tint and conceal your tags. Probably.
See, now this dude that's doing the commentary, he pissed me off soon he said that. He said, maybe if you don't want to draw the attention of a police officer, you shouldn't have window tint or you shouldn't have concealed tag. What is it? Why is it a crime for a celebrity to have window tint and concealed tags when they are a celebrity? Celebrities get killed on the highway. Celebrities get killed at the gas station. Celebrities getting killed at the cookie shop. Celebrities getting killed going in the mall. Celebrities getting killed in parking garages. Why is it a problem for Lil Boosie to have dark tint and concealed tags? You know what that officer, I feel like the officer could have done, which I would rather make a bigger issue about, the smell of marijuana or whatever. That's probable cause for them to search your vehicle. But when you pull that vehicle over, just say if you don't smell the marijuana, if you pull that vehicle over, you see, oh, it's Lil Boosie. It's a rapper Lil Boosie. Ain't no officers in the South when you talk about Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, them places like that. These people know who Lil Boosie is. They know who Boosie is. What up, she? They know who Boosie is. When they saw that this man was a celebrity, a big time rapper, that should have explained everything. Why the window tint is so dark in the vehicle. That should have explained everything as to why the window tint was so dark on the vehicle. Oh, this is a celebrity in here. Okay. And I feel like if that's an issue, then maybe celebrities should be coming trying to figure out what can they do to be able to operate in private the way that they want to operate in private. What's up, Aaron? All this stuff is harassment. But Boosie, he has some choice words for these officers. He has some choice words for these officers. Creepy T, what's up?
A good way to start. Police claim they smelled marijuana, so they searched the vehicle and found a large bag of cash and a bag of weed. And that's when they cuffed Boosie and Lawrence and told them to stand on the side of the ride, which usually they make you sit, but maybe they were in a spot where they couldn't sit. He barked at the officers, telling them that he was only living in rural Georgia to get away from police activity, and he was a lover, not a fighter. And that's why you put too dark a tint and conceal the tags, too, huh? Yeah, I support Boosie, true enough, but when you wrong, you wrong. Can't be wrong, or can't be mad, rather, for getting stopped for something that you can legitimately get stopped for.
But how is he wrong for having dark tint and he's a celebrity? I mean, I understand you pulling me over, but once you pull me over and see that, hey, well, look, it's a celebrity. Most of these states, marijuana is legal to a certain extent. You can have about 28 grams, something like that. You can have you gotta have over a certain amount of marijuana on you for it to be actually a charge. If you got less than, I think if it's less than 28 grams or something like that, they give you a citation. Or even fucking take the shit and throw it away, or take it and go home and smoke it themselves, whatever they do with it. But it's not that fucking big of a deal.
Then fumed about the nearly 5 years he lost in prison before being found innocent, and promised to raise hell, be it with his fists, his spit, or legit legal action. So, yeah. But things also took a bizarre turn when he ranted about having 35 women at his house at that very moment, Performing Use Your Imagination is Boosie. He was on one, as always. The intensity finally came down when Lawrence claimed ownership of the weed. He was cited, and then he and Boosie were released. Just like that. And you can definitely see Boosie's mood
like I say
instantly. Check it out.
The guy was cited for the weed, so it wasn't even that. It wasn't even enough weed in the goddamn on car for them to even get charged. The man got a ticket for the weed. Now, understand, my issue is Boosie saying this is happening every week. This is happening every week. They pull him over every week for the same thing. Maybe he need to have you're right. Maybe he need to have a vehicle with curtain, get him a Maybach or something, you know. But Boosie say this is every week. Y'all harassing me at this point. Cause guess what? When you run the tags, what the tags say? I'm quite sure the tags say Torrance Hatch. They know who Torrance Hatch is. When they run them tags, they know who they pulling over. So I kind of get where Boosie coming from. Y'all harassing me at this point.
You're honest with me, I want to be with that. I can't keep going through this, bro. Like, I really can't, bro. I can't, bro. I don't do no wrong. I don't do wrong shit, bro. Bro, like, bro, I gotta go to y'all superiors and file charges, man. It's harassment. It's every day. I can't even live. I moved to the country to live, bro. I get 6 years on my back. Come on, man. Give a fuck about no chicken. I'm like that. I'm tired, bro. I'm ready to roll me. Tired. Tired, bro. Coming up on 2 weeks. I got real fun money. Lock me up for them. You won't lock me up for me. I'm tired, bro. Tired.
Right, she.
Make you charge me. I'm gonna show you how I get down when I get locked up. I'm gonna show you how I get down. I'm gonna make them whoop me. They gonna get a charge. I'm gonna make them whoop me. When you come to I'm going out like a gang. You gotta knock my teeth off, buddy. And you gonna get sued like a dog. I'm ready now. I'm all the way ready. I'm gonna show them how I get down to be off. Why?
So y'all want to finish watching that, man. Y'all go to TMZ, man. He let their ass have it. He let them have it for a good 5 minutes. He let them have it for about a good 5 minutes. He was going back and forth, man. But y'all know we support Boosie. We fuck with Boosie, man. But we moving on along. You know, moving on along, man. Y'all want to go watch the full video, man, make sure y'all go to TMZ, man. Boosie told him, I'm like that. Hey, when he said that, I ain't gonna lie. You know, I'm from Louisiana. When I heard him say, I'm like that, I knew he was for real, man, because everybody from Louisiana know when you tell somebody, look, I'm like that. I'm really like that in real life. This is me. You know what I'm saying? You finna fuck somebody up. You know, you ready. When you say I'm like that, at that point, you ready to do something. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Darlene? At that point, when you say I'm like that, it's up. EJ, what's up? So, man, look. Check this out. So, what's up, brother Levi? What's good with it? So, I shared a post recently on Facebook from my sister Prima Donna on Facebook. And it was just certain things certain things that I said, you know, I reposted a post that she had posted. It was about R.Kelly, trust me. All people got under the post saying, how can you support somebody that deal with 14, 15, this, that, and third? My statement to these people that I consistently say is read the transcripts. Read the transcripts. If you read the transcripts, how could you be arguing and defending? I would be more outraged at these people who half-ass raise their kids. What's up, Nisi? Why aren't y'all mad at the people who half-ass raise their children? Because you know what? Me as a parent, I'm not gonna even put my child in a situation in a situation that I may feel that may be unsafe. But that's as a parent. But what do you do with an adult? So we have to understand it's the people in the media, it's the media that has the black community in an outrage at the word kids. It's the media that's using the word underage children. It's the media that's saying kids. It's the media that's saying underage children. But if you go to the transcripts clearly say the women were of age. So, you go back and forth on Facebook. I repost what I repost on Facebook. People say what they want to say on Facebook. But shout out to Malicious Conspiracy. Malicious Conspiracy reposted some from the transcript. Okay. This from the transcript. So, if a person lie to you and say, if you lie, it's just like, just say for instance, right? You lie to get in if the club say, if you go to a club and it says 21 and up, what up, sir? If you go to a club and it say 21 plus, you come to the door with a fake ID saying that you 21. Okay, you get in the club, right? You go to the bar, you sitting at the bar having drinks, and the bartender, serving you drinks, you 21 plus. So you just gonna tell the bartender, well, I ain't 21, I'm only 19. Knowing that that's gonna get you kicked out the club? Make that shit make sense. So y'all want to convince me, or y'all want to tell me that these women lied and said that they were 18, got where they wanted to be at, and then gonna say, well, I'm only 17. I'm only 16. Make it make sense. When are we gonna start putting logic to this shit? When are we gonna start putting logic to this shit and really making it make sense? See, people argue and try to defend shit and try to point the blame, but they're pointing the blame in the wrong direction. The blame shouldn't be on this man for these people enticing him and misleading him. Because guess what? In order to go through the steps of getting a fake ID, you have to understand your intentions for getting it. You know your intentions when getting this fake ID. That's just like if we gonna break a law. If we gonna break a law, we already knowing our intentions for breaking this law. So make it make sense. You can't sit there and tell me that a motherfucker is innocent that purposely went and got a fake ID. Make it make sense. So I'm gonna read something from this transcript. It said, someone apparently called the police. Jane described the defendant as nervous and anxious, asking her to confirm that she was 18 years old as she had represented. Jane testified at trial after defendant, looked through the peephole. He made me go into the restroom immediately and told me to get dressed. First of all, why you got your clothes off? If you were going to audition, why you got your clothes off? What's up, Leisha? If you were going to audition, first of all, why you got your clothes off? Self-respect. Can nobody teach you to have self-respect but you? Can't nobody tell you to have self-respect for yourself but you. If you was going to audition and someone asked you to take your clothes off, if you had respect for yourself, you would have walked away. This ain't the audition I'm trying to come to. You ain't auditioning to do no Playboy. I mean, you ain't in here auditioning to do no porno. So why you got your clothes off? As a woman, if you a woman, you should have felt disrespected for a man even asked you to take your clothes off when you came to do an audition. So she goes on to say, the defendant looked through the peephole. He made me go into the restroom immediately and told me to get dressed. And he said, "Are you 18?" Robert said, "Are you 18?" And she said, "Yes." And he said, "Don't lie to me." And she doubled down and said, "Yes." The defendant opened the door. The police checked Jane's identification to confirm her age before leaving. The defendant was present when police checked Jane's identification. So these people running around saying the man jumped out the window, ran out. I ain't never seen a hotel with a back door. They said the man jumped out the window, ran out the back door. Motherfucker hotel got a back door in it. I ain't never seen one. Never seen a hotel with a back door. So you mean to tell me that Jane presented the identification to the police? She presented the identification while Mr. Kelly was present in front of the police. The police confirmed her age leaving before leaving the hotel while Mr. Kelly was present. So what am I supposed to believe? Who am I supposed to believe? The police? Should I supposed to believe the identification card, right? I supposed to believe the identification. If the identification card say what it say, I supposed to believe that, right? But y'all motherfuckers on the other side expect R. Kelly to have spider senses. God damn it. Y'all expect R. Kelly to have spidey senses and just determine this girl ain't 18. Y'all think y'all want R. Kelly to be motherfucking Inspector Gadget and not a motherfucking singer. These goddamn criminals out here committed all these crimes that y'all can look over. Y'all look over all the crimes that was committed for these people to get close to R. Kelly, but y'all want to blame him for believing the facts. The facts is this motherfucker Jane presented an identification card saying that she was 18 years old. And not only did R. Kelly look at it and see that she was 18, the police officer looked at it and said that she was 18. Jane looked at it and said that she was 18. So apparently, this motherfucking ID was very convincing. The ID had to be very convincing. The ID had to be very convincing. It even fooled the motherfucker who had it. Let's go. Let's continue to go. They ain't got no problem with none of this though. They ain't got no problem with this. They sit on Facebook and want to argue with you. Oh, you defending R. Kelly, you doing this, that, and third. But you defend R. Kelly, but what about the mama? What about the mama? What up, T. Glenn? The mama gonna tell the daughter. Let's read. Like I say, this shit is in the transcript. This ain't no shit I'm making up. Don't argue with me, argue with the transcript, you stupid bitches. You should text him and be like, you know you're gonna be my boo and see what he say. This the mama. This is the mama. Jane respond, laughing my ass off. Jane traveled independently to meet defendant in Stockton, California, where he was performing on May 1st, 2015. She stayed in contact with her mother the entire time. At one point, Jane explained to her mother how she ended up going to Stockton to see defendant perform. I told you. He asked me, did I want to come to his show? I said, of course. He said, okay, then let's pack this stuff up. He was even putting his. Now, this is something. Now, I just caught this. Man. Hold on, man. I'm gonna put this on here because I just caught something, right? I just caught this, right? Let me see. I need, man, somebody. I know I got somebody that want to come up here because I want to make sense of this. I just caught something. Just tell me what y'all think. Do this make sense? It said Jane traveled independently to meet defendant in Stockton, California. When he was performing on May 1st, 2015, he stayed in contact. She stayed in contact with her mother the entire time. At one point, Jane explained to her mother how she ended up going to Stockton and see defendant perform. I told you. Okay, we know R. Kelly didn't fly. He traveled by tour bus. He traveled by bus. He traveled by bus. Man, where my fellas at, man? Where the fellas at? Ladies, somebody come on. Somebody hit the link, man, just for a second, man, because I want to make sense of this. Y'all, I need help making sense of this. I need help to make sense of this. Man, we need 50 more. We need about 50 more subscribers over here on Big Viral Opinion, man. We need 50 more subscribers to hit that 1K. I've been working hard. I've been grinding. I've been getting it out the mud. We trying to reach that 1K subscribers, man. But I need help understanding this. So, are y'all with me? Oh, we got Uncle up here, man. Hold on. Hold on. I want to understand this.
What's up, nephew?
What's up, Unc?
You got it, brother.
Man, I'm gonna read something to you, and I want to see if you understand it, how I understand this part of the transcripts.
Yes, sir.
It says Jane traveled independently. We know what independently mean, right? Alone.
Yep. Yes.
Okay. It said to Stockton, California, where he was performing on May the 1st, 2015. She stayed in contact with her mother the entire time. At one point, Jane explained to her mother how she ended up going to Stockton to see defendant perform. How did you get to the airport?
That's right.
How did she just leave with nobody know? I thought they knew where she went.
That's right.
They said that Alice and her traveled to these different places. Okay, but it get even interesting though. It said Jane explained to her mom, to her mom how she ended up in Stockton to see the defendant perform. I told you. Then she said, I told you he asked me, did I want to come see him? She said, I told you he asked me, did I want to come to his show? I said, of course. He said, okay then. Let's pack this stuff up. He was even putting his stuff in my bag. First of all, how the fuck y'all pack stuff up together if you You there,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Oh, shoot. Hold on.
I can hear you very well. I think the people can hear me also.
Can y'all hear me? Speak.
Yeah, I
Can
can
y'all
hear
hear
you.
me? Having issues.
All right.
I can't hear nothing. I can't hear Uncle Levi.
I can hear
Levi,
you.
go out and come back in, Levi. I can't hear Levi.
I can hear you very well.
Uncle Levi.
Yeah, can y'all hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can y'all hear me?
I can't. Let me see.
That's
Let
the
me
question.
see.
Yeah, they can hear me.
Oh, okay. My phone had rung, so I can hear you now. I just had to remove you and bring you back.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what happened. So, yeah, like I was reading before this call came through, so it said she explained to her mom how she ended up in Stockton. She said, he asked me, did I want to come to his show? I said, of course. And he said, okay then. Let's pack this stuff up. He was even putting his stuff in my bag. But to start the statement off, you said you travel independently. So I don't understand that.
That's right. That's right. And you're asking an analytical question that the attorneys should have been asking in that courtroom. What you're doing is dissecting that part of the information that was deposited into the court records, but it was never deposited into the actual trial. And you are absolutely right on what you just said, your assessment. But I want you to back up, and I'm going to show you something that a lot of people are missing, even though you're right on point. If you can back up and start reading what you just read again, please.
Oh, okay. From the beginning, what Jane traveled independently?
You can start there.
Okay. It said Jane traveled independently to meet defendant in Stockton, California, where he was performing on May 1st, 2015. She stayed in contact with her mother the entire time. At one point, Jane explained to her mother how she ended up going to Stockton to see defendant perform. I told you. He asked me, did I want to come to his show? I said, of course. And he
Stop
said,
right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Go back to where it says at one point. At one point.
let me see. Okay. At one point, Jane explained to her mother how she ended up going to Stockton to see defendant perform. I told you.
Stop right there. I told you. Now, what you're reading are text messages. However, Brother Vi, if I come to visit you and Dana says, well, here's Vi's number, and I text you and say, what's up, bro? I'm thinking about coming to your city. What you got going on this weekend? and you say, I ain't doing nothing, click. Okay, so we click up. But we text back and forth, but then we talk. Then we text, then we talk. When I get to your city, I call you, we have a conversation. The text messages are only going to show what we text. The text messages are not going to show what we discussed.
Right.
So when you back up and it says, I told you, see, that means there
It
were
was a
conversations. You feel me?
right. It was prior conversation.
It was private conversation. So a good defense attorney would have taken that and said, okay, you said I told you. What did you tell your mom?
Right.
What did you guys talk about? They would have had the mother on the stand. When she said she told you, what did she tell you? And this is the travesty of justice that has occurred in the case of Robert, is that we never had that opportunity in New York to go into the conversation. The text messages will show, I said, yo, Dana gave me your number. I'm coming to your city. Then you call me under direct testimony. Now you can say what we talked about. I can say what we talked about. You understand what I'm saying? And it's all through that. All through those text messages, there's several references where they were having private conversations.
Correct.
The fact, let me say this, if what I'm reading is correct, which a lot of people are missing, if those text messages are authentic, and I believe they are, that tells me that there was a design plan, right? Okay.
Correct.
If you're planning something and you're going to use your daughter to carry out this plan, then don't tell me that it's not as too far-fetched that you provided your daughter with fake identification. No one has explored. No one, those police officers or hotel security or whoever were not called to testify. I guarantee you, Brother Vi, I'm older than you. I guarantee you in our lifetime, we have never, ever, in our whole entire lives, and the people who are listening to this, we have never checked someone's ID. I guarantee you that. When have you and I ever looked at someone's ID?
No, we just be like, how old you is?
and I'm not even talking about in a sexual way or girlfriend, boy. I'm not talking about a relationship. I'm talking about in general.
In general, right.
Right. Now, if you are a security guard and you're working at a gate and someone says, I'm here to visit, and you look at this, you write their information down. But the average individual, 99% of the individuals on this planet, they never check identification, which means we have no experience in checking identification. If you work at a club or you're a bouncer, you may check ID. Those officers are trained to check ID. They're in a hotel with R.Kelly, who has had previous allegations of messing with minors. They were called to the room to investigate whether or not she was a minor. They were called to the room to investigate why she was there. Is it a kidnap situation? So you're trying to tell me that they did not thoroughly look at that ID? Perhaps they took notes. They may have taken a picture of the ID, but we'll never know because those bootleg attorneys did not explore that, brother. That's all I wanted to say, that we can never.
I spoke to that degree months ago, and that's what a lot of stuff, like I say, even when I had the ex-police officer that worked with me at my job, and I questioned him about that. And he said those officers should have been subpoenaed. He said because all police officers have something, which this is when I learned about. Police have something which they call a police Bible, and that's what they put notes in. They use it to take their notes when they're called out to any call out they'll go on. They take notes, and they have to keep up with these notes as documents. So I said, why wasn't the officer subpoenaed to confirm what they saw?
And guess what, Vi? Those notes, they don't just at the end of the month or at the end of the shift take it and throw it in the garbage.
It be on file.
it'd be on file. What did you do? Because they may have to go back when they caught the DC sniper. They were able to go back and see that he was pulled over here a year ago. He was pulled. They keep those notes forever, basically. So once again, we don't know what they saw. We don't know. But I tell you this, if you're planning on setting someone up, you're going to give that child fake ID just in case he has to see your ID. You feel me?
Correct.
Just in case. So, you know, that I'm glad that you're analyzing it very closely. And in your analysis, you're pointing out things that a lot of people are missing because people tend to brush over things. This is, I said it before, Brother Vi, even in Chicago, especially in New York, it would have been so beautiful for Robert to win that case in New York because he would be on his way. But that case was hijacked and infiltrated. And it's sad, but you know and I know, Vi, he should have won that case in New York because it was weak as hell.
It's too much. And listening to the testimony, like the testimony with the testimony of Jane 5 and JP alone, like it clearly shows with JP. It's like, I just don't, me personally, when I heard her say that she gave Jermaine $4,000 from a settlement that she sued R. Kelly for.
Yes.
If I work for Levi and somebody sued Levi, why the hell are they giving me $4,000 from their lawsuit? Now Levi finna look at me and say, do you know this person? What do y'all got going on? Why are they even giving you $4,000 of a settlement when they sued me, but you work for me?
That's right.
You had to be sent them in here to set up. Y'all and plotted and schemed to set something up for you to get some money and for him to get some money out of the deal. That's a form of extortion. It don't make no other sense but that to me.
That's right.
If he worked for you, she sue you, get settled, pay him, and she admitted to this on the stand.
That's right. Let me ask you a question.
The judge for one time say, well, why did you give his employee $4,000?
That's right. Let me ask you a question. A person is charged. You are a juror. You get called to jury duty. So you're sitting in on a trial as a juror. And a person is charged with going inside of a convenience store, robbing it. And the eyewitness is a woman, and she says, yes, it was him. He came in, he pulled the cameras, so we don't have a full picture of his face. He took the stuff with the film with him, but it was him. Okay. You are a juror. You're sitting there, and this man can go to prison for 20 years for armed robbery, 20 to 40. You're sitting there listening, and the defense attorney asked the woman, what time did he come in? And she said it was around 1:15 after lunch, after the lunch rush. I know it was around 1:15 because normally between 12 and 1 is rush, is a lot of lunch people coming in.
Right.
Okay, when did you start your shift, miss? Now, the woman started her shift at 12 noon. But her normal shift is from 9 to 5. You're sitting there as a juror. And she says, I started my shift at 9 o'clock, but she didn't come in until 12 that day.
Right.
And the defense attorney says, well, we have your time card here. Isn't it true that you came in to work at 12? And she says, no, it's not true. He says, well, Your Honor, can I show the time card? Yeah. According to this, you came in at 12. And she says, no, I came in at 9. Wait, hold up. We have your coworker testimony saying that you called in late that day. What time did you come in, 9 or 12? And she continues to say 9 o'clock. I don't care what the coworker says. I don't care what my timestamp says. It's 9 o'clock. Would you, Big Vi, as a juror, find that person guilty of robbing that store and she sat there and lied about some shit like that?
I have to go by the time card.
Right. But the fact that she lied about it, can you find any of her testimony credible?
No, none of it is credible because she lied about the most important part at what time she came to work.
That's it. So when you look at the women, the females who testified against my cousin, can you say emphatically, didn't every one of them lie and were inconsistent? And even though the attorney said, well, you told the investigators this, are you saying something else? Didn't each and every one of them contradict and lie?
And Jane 5 was so cocky with her, she pointed the government out. Every time Mechanic asked her something that did she say this, she say, I didn't say that. The government said that. She said it.
There you go. So they put words in your mouth.
She
So
said it.
that's all. I'm gonna let you go, brother. That's all I was trying to point out is that when it comes to us as United States citizens and our system of jurisprudence, the way that this country is supposed to work as it pertains to the judicial process, the process and processes of law, due process, and our civic duty as jurors to sit and stand in judgment and assessment of our fellow citizens. When we go to that jury booth and we sit there and listen to the testimony, every person who lies, those who are prosecution witnesses, whenever you hear someone lie and they're not consistent and they're caught in their lies, as American citizens, we have a responsibility to say, scratch that. We have a responsibility to our fellow citizens to say, you know what? I don't give a damn if they got him on tape. For her to sit there and lie, I can't find this man guilty because our system is set up, brothers and sisters, in such a way where they say, the founding fathers, the Bill of Rights, and you go back to all of that, they themselves say, not us, they say that the United States justice system is set up where 1,000 guilty people are supposed to go free before one innocent person is wrongfully convicted. And the fact that those jurors deliberated for 5 or 6 hours or less, and these people, every damn person that set up on that stand were caught in lies,
Person.
It tells you that their minds were already made up. It tells you when he walked into that courtroom with an anonymous sequestered jury that, you know, it was that he might as well had not said nothing, and his attorney or attorneys might as well had not said nothing, just sat there and say, Your Honor, we just waiting for this time to go by because we know what y'all about to do because they don't give a damn. 3 or 4 of them have saw the Surviving R.Kelly, so they just didn't get. You feel me?
And that's another issue, right? Because if, just say for instance, if I can talk from experience, you know, just seeing certain things. But you know, it's the issue that it raises, like when they do police jury, like where I'm from, because I never knew what it was, but when my grandma was living, she got subpoenaed and she explained like police jury, how you get on police jury, what would prevent you from being a juror, this thing, you know, this, that, and the third. So, just say for instance, if it's a cousin or a relative of mine or something to that nature is being shot and they going on trial, so I get subpoenaed because you don't know who gonna get subpoenaed to be a juror. So they just subpoena me, but that's the reason for the question now. Well, do you know these people? Are you related to these people? If I'm related to a person who's been either if I'm related to the person who did the shooting, I'm not qualified, or if I'm related to the person who got shot, I'm not qualified. I got to be able to be unbiased and look at this straight down the middle. If you watch Surviving R. Kelly, you already formed an opinion. If you've been a victim of sexual assault, you done already formed an opinion.
That's right.
If you have any thing, if you've been through anything related to what's going on in this trial, when you have jurors like some on the questionnaire, the juror asked for an autograph from Gloria Allred, and they say she was, and they was able to sit down and come on, man, what type of shit is this? This they dropped. I mean, New York, the government showed they bullied this case and said, you know what, we don't give a damn. We gonna do what we want to do. It was worse than the mob.
You ain't lying.
It was worse than the mob takedown. I mean, they did whatever it is they want to do. When these jurors admitting on a jury questionnaire that they watched Surviving R. Kelly, how are they able to sit down and say, well, then I can still do the job without without judging this man? Why haven't we heard from these jurors? The verdict was last year in September. The sentencing that happened. We yet to hear from one person still.
But you know why we have not heard from them? We have not heard from them because if we knew their names, if we knew who they were, the terrorists would be terrorizing them.
That's a good point.
Oh, yeah. A lot of them would have had to move. They would have lost their jobs. They would have had people riding past their homes, taking pictures. They would have had people going to their kids and grandkids and kids' schools and doxing them and putting their children's pictures up on naked bodies, talking about sodomizing their children. I'm a F you and the A. They would have been terrorized, bro, right? So when you put that as one item on the table, that's a fact. If we knew those jurors' names, they would be terrorized by these same goddamn terrorists, excuse me for swearing, yes, sir.
Go ahead, man.
These same terrorists that you see threatening prosecutors would have their pictures up, terrorized. When Faith Rogers' father, and that's my cousin that I love, but I'm a man of truth. When Faith Rogers' father stood in front of my cousin and said, if you only knew what me and my family went through, people attacking her, them receiving calls 24/7, harassed, intimidated. Did I say, F you, Faith Rogers' father? I don't give a damn. No, I felt sorry for that man. And I knew he was speaking the truth. Because these terrorists and their followers were doxing, harassing, intimidating, threatening. They were putting those people through hell. But Robert had to pay the ultimate price for it. But more importantly, Brother Vi, how would you, you, anybody else, check this out. Well, they say you robbed the store. I didn't rob that damn store yesterday. Well, they say you did. And they say you were like a real scandalous dude and this, that, and that. They lying on you. You say, you know what? All I want is my day in court because I know I didn't do it. I'm innocent. And then you about to start trial. And you're sitting there, your attorney coming to you and say, oh, by the way, the jury are not going to be seen. They can't be seen. Basically, the court says to the jurors, don't tell nobody y'all names. We're going to escort y'all in and out in a van. We're going to protect y'all because Vi is you're going to be sitting on Big Vi's trial. So because you're sitting on Big Vi's trial as a jurors, we have to protect you. Well, goddamn, what are they going to think of you when they walk in the courtroom?
You're a monster.
They gonna think you a monster, a mobster, and you can have them killed. So it already prejudiced the jury pool when they had an anonymous sequestered jury because they came in thinking we have to be protected from this man R. Kelly. You follow me? And the prosecutor said that R. Kelly has a group of individuals, a network out here intimidating witnesses. See, they put it on my cousin, which he had nothing to do with it. So when people say over and over and over again, how does Levi getting these people locked up help his cousin? You would have to be either stupid ignorant, uneducated. It makes all sense to me. By them being locked up, I'm able to show the courts now. I'm able to show these three attorney grievance commissions that what they were doing had nothing to do with R. Kelly. So does that make sense, Brother Vi?
Exactly. You separating him from them.
From them. So now that April 17th document that says R. Kelly has a group of people out here intimidating witness? No. Now that the super fan has been arrested, it's simple. He don't know my cousin. My cousin don't know him. What he was doing ain't got nothing to do with R. Kelly. So that's a plus right there. That's only one step towards R. Kelly's freedom because you saw it and everyone that's watching this saw it. These people, Brother Vi, you saw it. We all witnessed it. Were attacking them alleged victims. It just didn't make no sense, bro. It didn't make no. Did you see my cousin before he got arrested attacking those women, Vi?
Man, it just none of it, man. None of it really makes sense. Like,
was he respectful? Was he respectful to Gayle King?
No,
Robert?
I mean, shit. Nobody. I mean, despite her, calling a dog head.
No. I'm talking about Robert. I'm talking about
Oh yeah,
Rob.
he was very, very much. He was respectful and he was truthful.
Wasn't he respectful when he said, "I'm sorry for getting upset"?
Yeah.
But this is my first time. I haven't said nothing. He said, "I'm sorry for getting upset, but I haven't said nothing."
Mm-hmm.
He didn't tell. Listen, Vi, you know how Levi get down. Hold on. Levi would have been like, "Hold on." I would have told Gayle King, y'all know how I am. I would have said to Gayle King, "Hold on. Pack y'all shit. Would you please, miss? Tell your cameraman, pack y'all shit and get out my place. Get the fuck out." Robert is different. He's opposite of me. Robert is real humble. He's real passive. I've been places where Robert, where niggas be mean mugging him. And I'd be like, "Look at that nigga over there. Look at it." And he'd be like, "Man, elephants don't swat flies." That's all he say. Elephants don't swat. You feel me? He'll tell me that. He's told me that 1,000 times, man, elephant. But I'm ready to jump the gate. I'm ready to jump over the porch like, nigga, what you looking at? You feel me? But Robert's not like that, bro. So that's what really upset me. Like, he never attacked Drea, his baby's mother. He never attacked those females.
Man, that's all bullshit, man.
He never did that. So why would they do it? He never did that. So, brother, thank you so much, brother, for allowing me to come on your show, bro.
Man, thank you for blessing the show, man.
Oh, no, I'm about to post your show on my community chat and tell people to get you past that 1,000. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
I'm about to do it right now. As soon as I get off of here, I'm about to post it on my community chat and tell people, will you please subscribe to the brother's channel? Because we're going to build this channel up, man. We're going to build it up because your insight and that old spirit, I can tell older people raised you, and you are a credit to whoever raised you, brother. And you're a decent young brother. And I'm going to do everything within my power to help build your channel up, bro.
I appreciate it, man.
Oh, it's all love with me.
I most definitely appreciate it. I'm gonna keep on coming and keep on speaking. Like I say, in a logical way, and trying to break down what I read, break down what we read, and what we all been seeing and what we all been saying.
Yes, sir.
If y'all gonna, what up, Petey? If y'all gonna charge the man, charge him for what he did, not based off y'all feelings, man.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I tell people, it's a lot of moral things that we may not do, but do moral mean illegal? No.
That's right. That is correct, brother. So check my community chat, y'all, in 5 minutes, 3 minutes. You'll see I'm putting Vi's live up here and asking people to subscribe. What's up, Brooke? I'm sorry if I haven't, Georgia girl. I'm not looking at the thing, so I'm sorry if I haven't shouted y'all out.
Put the thing in the thing.
Exactly. But I love all y'all, all the decent people. I love y'all, and I'll say that there are certain individuals who don't speak to me anymore, or they may have a a certain perception of Levi, because when Larry came home, I was glad to see the brother made it out safe. I will go over to the op, which y'all call the op. I'll go to the opposition, and I'll go on their channels, and I'll have civilized discussions with them. And a lot of people just, that rubs them the wrong way. But I would say to all of those who feel that way, that I'm here for my cousin, and I must represent that man properly. That man doesn't have hold any ill feelings towards the people who even set him up. So I'm not gonna misrepresent him by hoping that Larry get killed and y'all should write to prison. And I'm gonna be who I am, by. I'm gonna be how I was raised to be. You feel me? Listen, man, I'm as street as they come. But even in the streets, I ain't never been no low down dude. You feel me? I've always kept the cold and been a decent dude, even in the trenches of Detroit. I ain't never been a low down dude. So East Side cats had love and respect for me, because I'm not gonna say shoot a house up and kids are in there. You feel me? You feel me, bro? I'm a civilized black man. And whoever has a problem with that, that's fine. You feel me? But just continue to watch how I move and watch the results that I get, bro.
And hey, Levi, before you get off here, let's address one more thing. One more thing before you get up out of here.
Yes, sir.
And this is an argument from Facebook. Dolores says, Big Vi, you sure you want to get bigger? These people on YouTube street crazy. Yeah, they crazy, but everything I got everything. I've got everything on my own. And I ain't took favors. I ain't took nothing from nobody. I ain't did nothing to hurt nobody. So, I'm protected by God. If they come, they come. If they come, they come. I'm already protected. So, hey, it is what it is. But so I'm gonna ask you. Well, since my grandma raised me, and like for right now, it's like when my grandma passed away in 2018 in my hometown. For me and people that know me personally, they know I don't like to go back to my hometown. I don't care to go there. So people make the argument when the reference of R.Kelly saying that his purpose of going to McDonald's the way that why he went as much as he did, why he liked it as much as he did. So he explained it. It's a childhood memory, from him and his mom. They used to spend a lot of time in there. So, when he having his days or when he want to, go back and just have a moment, have a talk with his mom, that's where he go. I'm trying to understand what's the problem with him remembering his mom the way that he want to remember her versus people saying, oh, that's a creep.
Well, very few black men, very few. I ain't gonna say very few. I'll say maybe half of our population has had a real close relationship as men, as young boys, as children. That mother-son bond is heavenly. It is divine. Look at here. Who did you see with Jesus at the end? Wasn't Mary there with him? When you look at, you didn't see Joseph in the Bible with Jesus, but that mama stayed by her son's side. You understand? And that's a beautiful relationship. And who was Tupac closest to? His mama.
Your mama.
And guess what, Vi? Us growing up in the hood, you have to admit, it touched every nigga in the hood when Tupac dropped Dear Mama, didn't it?
Yes, it did, man.
Didn't it touch your soul?
Man, still to this day.
To this day, I cried over the song.
A timeless record, still to this day.
Divine song, bro. A divine song. A spiritual song. When he first starts that song off, his first words touch your soul. The mood that he was in, how he was speaking. Dear mama. So those who criticize my cousin for that, we have to learn to stop taking the critic or the critics at their words and looking at the critic. Look at the critic. The critic who would have a problem with a man saying, even though I'm a multimillionaire, even though I've been all over the world, even though I've seen everything that this world has to offer, when I want to reflect on my life and really, really get some peace of mind, I go back to where me and my mama used to sit when we were broke as hell, poor as hell. And that's why I find solace. That's why I find peace, because it reminds me of my mama. Now, who the hell would criticize something like that? But you follow these same people home that talk like that, and they can't stand their mamas, and they ain't got no relationship with their
no relationship with their mama. Motherfucker like Chris Carter sitting on ESPN crying, talking about his mama was wrong for whooping his ass when he was growing up. But your mama made you a millionaire. She kept you straight.
There you go. So that respect and love for the mama, a lot of black people don't have it, and they really look foolish. Sit up there criticizing the man. He likes to go to McDonald's. What are you talking about, man? Listen, bro. Shit, boy, I was a mama's boy. That's why I can relate to Rob so much, is that I was a mama's boy, and he was going to actually sing at my mom's memorial when she passed, but circumstances didn't allow it. But he understood that I'm a mama's boy. He's a mama's boy, and that's a beautiful relationship. And all you have as a mama's boy, especially when your mama leaves here, are memories of your mama. Mm-hmm. You know, that's all you have, bro. That's all you have. That man, Brother Vi, I've seen that man treat black women like gold. I've seen that man.
Hey,
I've seen that man.
One of them, I like to see him. You know, I go to it, man. That Whitney Houston performance he did at her funeral, man. You can see the type of emotion that this man really have, like,
yeah,
you know, raw. You know what I'm saying? But you got people that's so cold out here. You know, it's the mind. If you think negative, you gonna get negative.
That's right.
If you think positive, you gonna get positive.
That's right.
It's all about the mind. You got so many negative-minded people out here, to no matter how much positive you do, they just can't see positivity because they're so brainwashed with negative thoughts. They wake up in a bad mood. They ain't getting no pussy. They ain't got no money. They can't buy no liquor. They can't buy no cigarette. They right. Just mad. But that's they got every opportunity to go to the goddamn unemployment line. They can go to the temp agency. Right. I say this here. Why be mad at another person because they chose to do something with their life?
Right. That's right. But those same people, I wanted to tell you this, that you hear criticizing Rob R.Kelly, keep in mind when I say this, remember this. Those were not those individuals, but it was the same type of people around him throughout his whole career. It was people who were pretending to be his friends, who were pretending. But I used to sit back. I'm from Detroit, nigga. I'd be watching everything. I used to see their faces change when they turn around. I used to see how jealous they were of that man. I mean, straight up jealous of that man, because when that man walked in a room, the whole room turned. You have to understand that, man. I've been around a lot of celebrities, but when Rob walked in, everybody was looking at Rob. And when that nigga smiled or laughed, the whole room light up. You feel me? And
right.
That's just who he is, bro. So these people were just jealous of him. And, you know, but he'll be back. Trust me. Brother Bob, please listen to me. God cannot show that he's God unless he show it through circumstances that people find themselves in, where people say he's done.
Amen.
Is that right? When Moses was at the Red Sea with the children of Israel, anybody looking at that would say, "Oh, it's over. It's all he's done." When the three Hebrew boys went into the fiery furnace, Anybody standing there seeing that king put them boys in that furnace would have said, he's done. They're done. When David was in the lion's den, fed to the lions, anybody in their right mind would have said, oh, David's done. You understand? But the book tells us to lean not to our own understanding. Right?
Right.
Right? Don't we can't rationalize. We can't, most people can't conceive the United States government locking R. Kelly up and R. Kelly walking out of there still. People can't. You listen to Old Cole, they be like, man, he's done. And I just sit and laugh.
But even them, they can't sit here and tell me, you know, for them, I think it's more mentally than factually for them. You know, it's mental satisfaction for them. Right. But factually, you can't follow this case and be saying that this man is finna sit there. If you follow the facts, you can't be that confident that this man is finna sit in this jail.
That is correct. That is, you're absolutely right. But it's a thing where they just don't understand that in this country we have something that is called legal recourse. It's just the beauty. The beauty of America is that we have something called legal recourse. Even if right now your car or truck, God forbid, was repossessed, guess what? When they repossess a person's vehicle, you still have a certain amount of time to redeem it. If you feel me, you have a certain time period when they evict. What's it called? When they take your house, your home, there's a redemption period where you can reacquire your home. This country is set up that way, and I'm saying this, and I'm done after I say it, brother. So many laws were broken to prosecute and convict Robert Kelly, R. Kelly. They broke some laws to get him. And this is a country of laws, and it's not a country of men. So however they feel, whatever, there will be legal recourse. He will be coming home soon. A lot of people say, Levi said the 4th of July. Levi said this day. Levi said that day. Levi wasn't capping. You know what Levi was doing? Levi was putting out that positive energy. You feel me? When I say, oh, he'll be home in 25 days, y'all don't understand Levi. Levi was putting those thoughts out in the universe.
You gotta feed it. You gotta feed it.
If I can't see it, right, then I can't be right. If I can't see it, then it can't happen. You feel me?
Or they say, that's why I tell people, if you don't believe in your own goddamn prayer, I don't need you praying for me.
That's right, brother.
Don't pray for me if you pray and don't even believe it yourself.
That's right. That's right. Hey, so to Old Cove and all those people who making fun of Levi, talking about he said he gonna be out such and such date. Thank you for depositing those thoughts in the universe. That's all I was doing, was extracting y'all thoughts, because y'all put them out there because you were able to visualize him coming out that day. You feel me? That's all I needed from y'all. All of the enemies of R. Kelly. Levi is a deep brother. I think deeply. You understand? The man himself said, if I can't see it, then I can't be it. You feel me? I have to be able to if I can see I can fly, then I can fly. Right. And I can see that he's flying up out of there, and he can see it. And those who know God and love truth and love justice, you're going to see it. God is going to bless all of us to see it. So thank you once again, brother. I know I could talk a long time.
Oh, definitely, man. Hey, it's been a while. So look, we can go. See, that's one thing about when you start spitting that knowledge and you having a real delicate conversation, it goes like that. Now you talking to somebody who don't make sense, then man, look, bro, I'm gonna hit you back, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, I got the pot on the stove. I'm outside.
I got a pot on the stove, nigga. Right. I love you, bro. And I'm about to put the thing. I'm about to put the thing in my thing.
Out, man.
All right, brother. One love. I'm about to put the thing in the thing. All right, brother. All right, bro. Peace, man. Be safe, brother. Peace.
All right, y'all. Those Uncle Levi came up and blessed the panel, man. But we gotta look at Kel's You gotta look at this situation like, do y'all know the difference between a bird and an eagle? It's a big difference, right? They got similarities, but their differences are quite different. They have quite a bit of differences, right? So I'm gonna ask y'all, you know, I look at this thing like Kale's like an eagle, man. Kale's like an eagle. In situations, you know, people look at it in the midst of storms, right? When it's storming outside, you know, birds, they look for shelter. They seek shelter. They go to their nest. You know, in the midst of a storm, they go to their nest. They seek shelter. See, birds can't fly in the midst of a storm. But that eagle, y'all ain't heard about that eagle. Y'all ain't heard about that eagle. See, them birds take shelters in the midst of a storm. But that old eagle, that eagle fly above the storm. See, that eagle rise above the storm and soar high. That eagle soar high above the storm and continue to move. In this fight for R.Kelly, in this fight for injustice, we got to be eagles out here. We can't, right now, we was in the midst of the storm. For 3 years, we've been in the midst of the storm. And just because the storm may be over for some people, it ain't over for us. We still flying. We still soaring above the storm. We ain't gonna stop soaring until we see justice for the injustice that was done to R. Kelly. See, eagles don't get stopped by temporary situations. And a storm is only a temporary situation. It may be storming now, it may be storming later, but eventually the storm will be over. And guess what? Them birds will be way back there where we left them 3 years ago, trying to catch up to that eagle who's still soaring 3 years ahead. My sister Lisa just said, the Lord give his toughest battle to the strongest warriors. And Robert Sylvester Kelly got this. He is the child of Most High and trust and believe he will never forsake him. Exactly. But see, we have to look at how God worked. We have to look at how God worked. I told y'all this before, right? See, we got people who only call on the Lord. We got people who only call on the Lord when they get sick. We got people who only call on the Lord when they light bill disconnection notice come in the mail. We got people who only call on the Lord when their car won't start. We got people who only call on the Lord when ain't no food in the refrigerator. I'm just here to inform people that's the wrong time to be calling on the Lord. You don't call on the Lord in the midst of your situation. You supposed to been leaning on the Lord before you even got there. See, how can you expect God to be an on-time God when he has never even arrived in your life? Then you start to question, is God real? because you done found yourself in a situation and you feel as though you don't know how to get out of it. But what you forgot to mention is that you wasn't leaning on the Lord when you was in the club party. You wasn't leaning on the Lord when you was able to go buy that liquor. You wasn't leaning on the Lord when you was going to your hairstylist. You weren't leaning on the Lord when you went got that new truck and put them rims on it. You weren't even thanking God not one day, not 1 minute did you say, thank God for these blessings that's upon me. When you was doing what you want to do. So I like God because God like to show out. See, people call on God when they're in need, but they don't call on God when they out here enjoying themselves. They don't thank God for just the simple thing as waking up in the morning. They don't thank God for the simple thing is just putting food on their table. They don't thank God for the simple thing is just protecting their family. See, people take so much for granted to the point that they don't realize that you're only here by God's grace and mercy. We're only here by God's grace and mercy. So every day you wake up, you should praise God. You should thank God. It only takes you about 30 seconds to say thank you, Jesus. You need God each and every day. God should be the number one factor in your life. God should be the head of your household. But you got people who done went away from that. They out here doing everything they want to do, having fun, taking trips, taking flights. You know what I'm saying? Buying the Jordans, buying the red bottoms, getting the nail, getting the hair, $200-300 hair. They ain't thinking about God not one time. But when they go in the house and they hit that light switch and the lights off, oh Jesus. They get up to go to work in the car going, oh man, what the, that's the wrong time. That's the wrong time. You get on your sick bed. Now, oh Jesus, if you love me, why you let me go through this? Oh Jesus, if you love me now, huh? But when you was in that club buying shots and smoking hookah, it wasn't nothing about Jesus. Our people have to do better, man. Our people have to do better. Our people are failing because the most important thing in life, they have started to lean away from it. And that is trusting God, believing in God. And God tell you, all you have to do is have faith and believe that he is God. He's told us all. He's told us all. He would never leave us, nor will he forsake us. And he would never put us through something that he won't bring us out of. But see, people don't trust that part. See, people want God to be instant. People want God to be instant. God ain't no god doggone microwave. God is not a microwave. God ain't even an oven. There's no such thing as an instant God. There's no such thing as an instant God. And when God is present in your life, you will know when he's moving in your life. What's up, Styles? I see you. Ain't no such thing as an instant God. You cannot thank God. You cannot praise God. You cannot give God the glory. One for in the same instant come back and say, oh Jesus, my back hurt. Oh Jesus, my feet hurt. Oh Jesus, my head hurt. And you expect God to come in and just change things for you in an instant when you ain't even got on your knees not one day and praise God for the roof that's over your head. You ain't praised God for the clothes that's on your back. You ain't praised God for the vehicle that gets you to and from. But you expect God to show up when you need him. This shit, God don't work like that. He don't work for you. Now he don't work for you, but he can work with you. But you have to do the work. You have to do the work. And we can look at Kels and say, Kels have done the work. People, he don't have no emotion. Only person need to see my emotions is God. Only person need to know Kels heart is God. Long as he got his business straight with God, then what the hell what somebody got to say? Oh, Kels don't care about nothing. He ain't got no emotion. He just sitting there. How you know how this man feel? Maybe God had came and told him, guess what? Son, just be patient. Maybe he got confirmation from God to be patient. Just hold on a little while longer. Just believe that if I say I'm coming back to get you, I'm coming. He's coming. I keep telling people, man, when God told Noah to warn the people that he was coming, people looked at Noah like he was crazy. When God told Noah to build an ark 100 yards away from any water, the people looked at Noah like he was crazy. Noah kept on preaching the gospel. He kept on telling people that God is coming. But you know how people are, right? Man, you crazy. God ain't coming. God ain't no such thing. This ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. Noah preached the gospel for so long and warned people that God said that he was coming, that he will be returning, to the point to where he started to believe, he started to not believe himself. So he went back. So he went back for confirmation from God. God told him just a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Noah continued to build that ark. He warned the people that it was going to rain. He warned the people that it was going to flood. The people say, you crazy. Why you building this big old ark 100 yards away from any water? He building an ark 100 yards away from any water. Noah didn't even know why he was building an ark 100 yards away from water. But what Noah did, he believed in Jesus. He followed Jesus' direction. He spoke the gospel. He warned the people. He did what he was ordained to do. And one day, the raindrops started to fall. One day it began to rain. Then 2 days it began to rain. Then 3 days it's continuing to rain. 4 days it's still raining. 5 days it's still raining. Now that ark that was 100 yards away from water, it looked like it's about 95 yards away today. It continued to rain. It continued to rain. Now that 100 yards started to look like about, that 95 yards started to look about 85 yards away from the water today. It continued to rain. It continued to rain. Boy, that water started getting closer and closer to the ark. Now I'm gonna tell you how Jesus is, man. Noah built the ark 100 yards away from water. Didn't even know how the ark was gonna even get to the water. And let me tell you what God did. God brought the water to the ark. Noah was able to save his family and the animals. He was able to save his family and the animals because everybody in his community didn't believe him when he was telling them that God said he was coming. I salute Kels. God gave him a message. God told him, be patient. I'm coming. He's an on-time God. And when he say on time, doesn't mean your time, but it's his time. 40 days and 40 nights. God's coming. But when he come, it's going to be on his time, not your time. Y'all heard the song? He's an on-time God. Oh, yes, he is. He's an on-time God. Oh, yes, he is. He might not be there when you want him, but he'll be there right on time. Hey, I grew up in the church house. I was raised in the church. I know the power of God. I know the power of God. These people better get to know him. They better get to know him. And all these people that's out here praying death on a man, praying that a man do all this time in prison, praying evil on a person, y'all hoping and wishing for evil. But see, the thing that people pray for bad on you, God will take that same stuff and make it for good. So for all y'all people, all the people that's out there wishing this, that, and the third, that this man rot, this man died, this, that, and the other, all of that stuff that y'all doing, God will turn all it around. How you feel when your brother is being convicted for something he didn't do? How you gonna feel when your father is being convicted for something that he didn't do? How's you gonna feel when your son is being convicted for something that he didn't do? Hmm? Hmm? How are you gonna feel? How are these people that's wishing evil on R. Kelly gonna feel when evil come knocking at their door? Can you stand up to it? Can you stand up to what you put somebody else through? Can you take what you dish out? Can you take what you dish out? Hmm. Well, I tell y'all, hold on. I think I got something else I want before I get up out of here. JP. JP. Where you at, JP? JP, where you at? JP, where you at? JP, where you at? Let me see. Gotta see where I shared that at. JP, where you at? Y'all need to hear this. Y'all need to hear this. Let me see. I'm trying to find it, man. I just seen it recently here with I just seen this video. Mm, I'll try to get it. Try to get it, man. Oh, Geronda. Honda, whatever the name, whatever that name may be. Let's see. Just a second, y'all. Let's see if I found what I was looking for.
I did lie about my age and tell him that I was 19.
Okay. We got this old audio from Geronda. The inconsistencies, man. Let's see what she had to say.
I did lie about my age and tell him that I was 19. I did lie about my age and tell him that I was 19. I did. Lie about my age and tell him that I was 19. I did lie about my age and tell him that I was 19.
She lied to control the situation. Yes, yes. She's a liar. Looking like Norbit. Let's see. Let's see what else did she lie about.
Right there. Rob paid me. There it is. It tells you right there. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it, but it tells you that he paid me $50,000 right there, and it was a receipt for him paying. He was paying $50,000 every other month to me, and then he ended up having to, had whatever, and he ended up paying $5,000 a month.
So it says she contacted. Oh, it's storming outside, y'all. Y'all hear that? It says she contacted a civil lawyer, sent her. She is contacted a civil lawyer and sent her to contact R. Kelly and negotiate money between the two parties. Extortion. Why not going to the police? Okay. It says this is not a hush money. This is not hush money. Simply because R. Kelly did not offer her anything. She is the one who sent him a civil lawyer and that is known for asking for money. She demanded to be paid. So this is not hush money because she sued R. Kelly.
Now, where were your parents? Everybody is asking this question. How were you able to know where my parents were? Well, my father, he was incarcerated, so he was in.
Okay, now everybody just heard that. She said that her father was incarcerated, but she told her best friend that came on Dr. Rice show that her father was dead and that that's where she was getting the money for the settlements from. Her father's death. So that's another lie we didn't call.
How were you able to know where my parents were? Well, my father, he was incarcerated, so he was in jail at the time that I was dealing with Rob. And my mom, I was always telling her that I was going out with my friends. This is the summertime when I first started dealing with him.
This was the summertime. Transcript in or in in or say in or about in between May 2009 and January 2010, both dates being approximately exclusive within the Northern District of Illinois and elsewhere. Both she told the prosecutor it was on May. That's when school is in session. May is school is in session in May. Yeah, most definitely.
So So it's easy for me to just say, oh, I'm going out with friends. And then I was going home. So I was there, but every so often, Rob was like, okay, you can go home. Because I was like, I have to go check in. Like, my mom would need to see me. So he would send me home, but I had to come back. So that's how I built up that trust with him, because every time I went home, I came back the same day or early morning the next day. So I was always going right back.
So your mom had no clue that you were dealing with R. Kelly at 16 years old? So
my mother had no clue that I was dealing with.
She said she was R. Kelly for 8 months.
Over the course of 8 months, I lived a repetitive life. Sleep, eat, sex.
I was with R. Kelly for 6 months when I was 16 years old.
Boom. She said 8 months. She went from 8 months to 6 months. From 8 months to 6 months.
Eat, sex.
I was with R. Kelly for 6 months when I was 16.
Over the course of 8 months, I lived a repetitive life. Sleep, eat, sex.
I was with R. Kelly for 6 months when I was 16 years old.
But this is the stuff that was able to survive in trial. This is the stuff that was able to survive in trial. This is the stuff that was able to survive in trial. Man, it's storming outside, y'all. But shout out to everybody that came through and kicked it with me this morning. Most definitely. Cause I was excited to see y'all. I haven't saw y'all in a minute. You know, I haven't really been coming on like talking about, so I was most definitely excited to see y'all today. I don't know when I'll be going live again, but shout out to everybody for the support. Thanks to everybody who supported. Shout out for Levi for coming up today. Most definitely shout out to Levi for coming up today. Man, it's a great live today. You know, just want to touch on a few points that people, you know, were speaking on. What's up, Angela Jackson? People were speaking on what's up, Darlene? People was on Facebook, you know, speaking on, talking about, oh, he was doing a 14-year-old girl, this, that, and the third. Like I tell people, man, if y'all feel like he did this, that, and the third, read the transcripts. I'm challenging anybody. Anybody got something to say to me about this case, read the transcripts. Like I said earlier, if a female go into a club with a fake identification to get in the club, and what sense is it gonna make for her to go to the bartender and tell the bartender she's 17? What sense does it make? If I'm lying to get in the club saying that I'm 8, if I'm lying to get in the club saying that I'm 21, why would I go to the bartender and tell the bartender that I'm only 18 years old? That don't make sense. I'm finna get my ass kicked out of the club. So all of these women with the fake identification lied to be 18 years old to get with R. Kelly, just to get with him and tell him, hey, I'm 17. Make it make sense. It doesn't. You don't lie to gain access somewhere just to tell the truth for how old you really are. That doesn't make no sense at all. And they expect this man to be able to determine the difference between what is what when they have identification. Also presented this identification to police officers and other officials that passed these identifications to be the age that they said they were. So what make R. Kelly Inspector Gadget? What makes R. Kelly Inspector Gadget? What makes him supposed to know? If the officers don't know, if public officials don't know, what makes him Inspector Gadget that he's supposed to know? That's all I'm saying. I ain't asking nobody to sit here and rethink. I ain't asking nobody to not feel how they feel. But one thing I am asking people to do is think for themselves. Read the paperwork. Read the paperwork. What are you gonna lie to get access somewhere just to tell the truth? It don't make sense. Right, Gail? She was a stalker. And then her Geronda and Jermaine, that's why Jermaine didn't testify, because him and Geronda plotted together to extort R. Kelly for money. That's why she was giving him money out of the settlements. But like we say over here, man, we think over here. We just don't run with the bull. We don't just run with the crap. We think over here. We think for ourselves over here. We just don't run with the crap over here. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I don't care about all that stuff you hear. When did the black community ever rely on media to give us news correctly? Ever? When did that happen? When did black people start to rely on the news media to report to us correct information? When did that start happening? When? When did we ever rely on news media to give us correct information? Oh, when it came down to R. Kelly, yeah, okay, I know, but y'all know how we do it over here, man. We celebrate R. Kelly. We ain't sad, we ain't down, we ain't out. You know what I'm saying? We here for the injustice, man. People sit around and say, "Oh, how y'all support this? How y'all support that?" We support the injustice, and if this man have done something wrong, we need to try him for what he's done, not what we feel like he's done, not what we think he has done, but he needs to be tried for what he has done. I would never stand for something when I see different. This is in black and white. What we see is in black and white. It's in black and white. It's in black and white. But we won't listen to the media now. But this the same media that saw Michael Brown with his hands up getting shot that said he charged at the police. This the same media that we saw Trayvon Martin walking from a store, not bothering nobody, in a fucking community police attacked him and killed him and got away with self-defense for chasing this man down. Just the same media now. It's that same media that y'all said was lying then, but they telling the truth now. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. This that same media y'all said was lying on Bill Cosby, but they telling the truth now. Exactly, J Rock. Exactly. When black people are being slaughtered in the streets, it's the same media that say that they are guilty. And y'all don't believe it. But now it's R. Kelly, everything they say is golden. Make it make sense. That's all I'm saying. Make it make sense. But to all the motherfuckers out there that saying this and saying that and don't know what the fuck they talking about, I got two words for you. That song goes out now. All the people out there that be running their mouth and they don't know what. At least This guy doggone thunderstorm trying to take my cable out, y'all. The storm trying to take my the storm messing with my internet, my Wi-Fi. But y'all know I ain't giving up. The storm trying to take my Wi-Fi, y'all. The storm tried to take my Wi-Fi. But y'all know I ain't done. All I'm asking that these people who saying this, they saying that, you know, go to them transcripts and read them. Sound like you said something to me. They say Kels ain't said nothing. Sound like he said something to me. He talked about all of these haters that's talking. He said it in the song. He addressed all of the speculation. He addressed all of the haters, all of it. He told them to shut up. Shut up. You feel me? Y'all want me to be great today. He said a lot in that song. Yes, he did. And guess what? When I get around the computer, we gonna go get the lyrics to that song, and we gonna read those lyrics. We gonna get the lyrics to that, and we gonna read the lyrics, and we gonna break it down. We gonna address that song. Cause boy, don't that song sound like it was made for this trial? Sound like that song was made for this trial. If you ask me, sound like that song was made for the trial. Let me see when he made that. Please. Let me see when he made that. Let's see when he made that. That song fit this trial, man. That song fit right perfectly with this trial. Mm. Oh, he released that in 2013. Wow, Black Panthers album. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be what we're gonna do. We might do that tonight. We're gonna read these lyrics. We might read these lyrics tonight. When everybody get done with they live, we're gonna go over this song. Shut up. We're gonna read the lyrics and see what he's talking about. So tonight, y'all be prepared. Be ready tonight. We're gonna break this song down. Shut Up by R.Kelly, released off the Black Panthers album in 2013. We're gonna read some of these lyrics. We're gonna read some of these lyrics because it sure sound like he's talking in present time, right? Man, if Sony dealing with ass, they must be blowing some money because that mother ain't got no talent. If she had talent, she wouldn't have to go to R. Kelly. Just simple as that. If Az had talent, she wouldn't have to go to R. Kelly. If any of these women had talent, they wouldn't have had to go to R. Kelly. Make that make sense. They can put that in their pipe and smoke it. If any of these females had talent, they wouldn't have had to go to R. Kelly. Oh yeah, of course, Ashley. But we gonna break it down. Man, I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Chase was an interlude, and it was about they're doing everything to stop him. VIP, he said, VIP, I've got the haters after me. Miss Vicky say, did you see any of the transcript? Oh yeah, we talked about that. If you just caught the live, just go. I'm finna end the live, Miss Vicky. If you want to go back and catch some of the live from the beginning, we went over some of the transcripts, some of the documents. We went over some of the transcripts as well, so you can catch the live from the beginning. Tonight we're gonna be going over the lyrics from this song, "Shut Up." But yeah, we heavy on the transcripts over here. We real heavy on the transcripts over here. Yeah, I am. Yeah, 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 man. These chicks. But the thing is, not the people that's against Kels are saying, well, oh, the girls lied about their age, but they told him the truth. Make that make sense. Who go into a club that say 21 plus to drink with a fake ID and get into the club and tell the bartender, hey, I'm only 19? That don't make sense. If you lying to get in the club, you lying with the purpose of going in to have drinks, not to go in and tell the bartender, I'm 19. So if you want to be with this man, you lied to be 18 to be with this man. You lied because you was going to go there with the intentions of being 18. Not talking about, oh, I was 16. That don't make sense. We talking about logical sense. If you lying to get access to somewhere, why are you going, what, why are you going to tell the truth? Why are you going to just all of a sudden tell the truth? If you lying to gain access somewhere that you're not supposed to be in, why are you going to get inside just to lie, just to tell the truth and say, "Hey, I'm not of age"? It doesn't make sense. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. God bless y'all. I thank y'all. I love y'all for the support and the continuous support. God is in control. God has the final say. Hold on. Be patient. A change is coming. God is coming. Better days are coming. And let's continue to pray and support that God keep on blessing. I pray that God continue to bless each and every one of y'all in abundance that follow me, that support me. I pray for all the sick and shut in. I pray for anyone that's out there homeless. I'm praying for all the people that are incarcerated because look, life is not meant to be that way. You know what I'm saying? Life is not meant to be in a cage. Of course, we have some bad people out here, and if they're doing things that they're not supposed to do, then hey, you have to serve those consequences. But I'm still praying that God see favor in all of our people, each and every one of y'all. Um, I thank y'all for the support, man. Like I said, man, without y'all, Big Vi, you know, I'm nobody. The biggest thing we have to always remember: united we stand, divided we fall. If we don't stand for something, we'll fall for anything. Remember that, man. That's why so many of our people are media washed because they didn't stand for nothing and they fell for anything. So let's continue to stand for something before we fall for anything over here with Big Val opinion, the KL sector supporting the injustice. We're not going to let them treat us as if we are nobody. We want answers. And if they're going to take one of our people down, they're going to take them down the correct way. Not any way they want to do it. They're going to do it the correct way. So, with that being said, man, God bless y'all. See y'all later on tonight, man. And ladies.